All right, so we're back with Mr. Tomas Prower. If you don't know who this wonderful gentleman is, watch part 1 of the interview. Those of you on the radio, you already heard who he is. You were with me, but you watch the video so that you can see what he is wearing, because I promise you this man is beautiful. This man is beautiful and this man is single. Just putting that out there. You're in the LA area. If you like a little walk on the wild side, I know him. Don't talk to him directly. Talk to me. Although we didn't get the plug-in for your social media presence.
That's right.
Part 1, so we'll drop it in now, because the people that came back for part 2 are the people that really want to find you the most anyway.
True, that's true.
Where can they find you on the interwebs?
The best place to contact me is via my Facebook fan page, which is www.facebook.com/ and then my name, Tomas Prower, TomasPrower. Go ahead, hit like, send a message if you like, and contact me for there.
Best way. Yes. Okay. So we were talking before about the fact that you took action to be able to make all the meaningful changes that you wanted to make in your life.
Yeah.
Something that I always felt was interesting in your journey, and I think this part of your story, I think a lot of people miss, but to me is the most important part. After you wrote the books, because you have written 2 fiction novels.
I have. I've written 2.
2. We're getting the rejection letters that everybody gets.
Mm-hmm.
When Llewellyn was like, no, but yes, you took that opportunity to switch gears and do what you had to do. Because I got to tell you, there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that would have been like, nah, I'm not writing a nonfiction book. I'm a novelist. And they only want their success to manifest specifically in the way that they intended. And when you said about this journey of deciding to want to be a writer, because I feel like you want to be a writer for a while, but when you were like, no, plan A is be a writer.
Yeah.
Did you foresee, and I got to get her in at least once, this being the outcome?
I love it, but I was nowhere on my radar.
Yeah?
Like, at all.
Yeah.
At all.
But when you're out there and moving and going through the motions, then the universe has opportunities to kind of send you signs to direct you this way or that.
Yeah, you got to be flexible. You can't just be this thing that's going to just break all these barriers and change the world and confront everything, because you'll probably break before all the walls break if that happens. You got to flow and be flexible, like water.
Be like water.
Exactly.
I'm speaking my language now. Bruce Lee, be like water.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, to me, that is the most important thing. And why I personally am so happy of everything that you've accomplished, simply because I've seen how hard you've had to grind and how adaptable you've had to be to make that happen. To even do the thing with the Red Cross. So I mean,
that's right. Yeah.
He is from the greater LA area, and this opportunity comes along, but it's in Reno.
It's in Reno.
In exile.
I'd never been to Reno. I've been to Vegas like maybe a weekend or so. I've never been to Reno. Never been to Northern Nevada.
Had you even lived on your own at that time?
I had lived on my own in college, so kind of.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess you'd been to Chile.
Oh, God, that's right. I lived in Chile. I lived there on my own, yeah.
Right. So you did the Chile thing, he did that too in this time. Yeah.
That's right.
What were you in Chile for, by the way?
I was originally there for a year-long study abroad program with my university. But while I was there, again, opportunities came. I ended up working for the French government as a cultural liaison there.
He speaks French as well as Spanish, by the way.
What? But it just all these opportunities down there, and I took them and went with them and worked with them, and I'm very grateful that I did.
And then you come back. And then the Red Cross was, yes, work for us, but in Reno.
Yeah, because I remember I graduated college and I was looking for a lot of, jobs in Los Angeles. Exactly. I was looking for a lot of jobs.
No jobs in Los Angeles.
I was having a tough time because I ran into that weird catch-22 of, okay, you have all this theoretical college experience, but you don't have any practical experience, really. Like, you might have worked, you might have interned somewhere for maybe a summer, but you don't have practical experience. And this was all, like, during the real height of that recession. So there were a lot of people who had 20, 30, 40 years of experience who also needed the same jobs now. And the people who had jobs weren't leaving them because God knows if they would find another one.
Yeah, like this is 08 to 010.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I looked elsewhere. I was like, Red Cross, okay, you have an opportunity. I have these skill sets, I can do this, but the position's in Reno. And I thought to myself, yeah, you can do this. You need to do this because they're going to give you a massive amount of experience. You're going to be in there, you're going to be doing it. You can live in Reno.
Next thing you know, penthouse apartment in Reno, though.
I had this amazing apartment that I found. Like, everything just worked out. I found this great apartment. If you're familiar with Reno, it's kind of downtown, but, not in that shady part of downtown. It was on the good side of downtown.
the upper, lower
there's
side.
a very distinctive divide in downtown. You can see between the east and the west of it. But, no, I went there, and, this penthouse view of all the neon lights, met a lot of people, good friends, and just... things just kind of worked out, and I was getting all these opportunities. Whenever I needed something, someone would ask me, hey, does anyone need something like this? And life just flowed really easily.
However, again, I won't give any details, but the same type of relationship followed you to Reno.
Yeah.
Which is weird. A completely different place with completely different people, and the same thing happens. That's weird. Because what's the one thing that all those places had in common? But this time you played a little different, though.
This one time was different because I figured I had a job, I was learning, I was going to excel in that. I could focus on my relationship life now. And, I found someone, within that first week I was there. Because, I'm...
Pimpin'.
Plus, when you're the new kid in town, everyone's like, what is it? And Reno's really small and really isolated. So here's this new person. It's like, oh, we haven't seen this person. Mm-hmm. So I get there, I meet this person, things go off really well, really quickly. I want it to be very serious, so I don't get too intimately physical. Because
He's proper. He's proper.
Because I found that I believe with men in general, I can't speak for all men, when people, if someone really wants to, get in, if someone wants to have relations with you.
Biblically.
Someone wants to have relations with you. And they see you're worth it, they will take the time to wait a little bit longer.
I'm going to go ahead and say that that's true, by the way. For the most part, if you're naked together within 48 to 72 hours of meeting each other, your relationship's not going anywhere. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. There are exceptions to the rule. We all saw Pretty Woman. But Pretty Woman was fiction. So, you were taking things slow.
So my factual life, I was taking things slow because I wanted it to work out. I was, thought it was serious, which I guess it was to me. But no, I started dating, and then everyone's like, looking at me like, oh, why are you dating this person? Why are you dating this person? I wasn't familiar with Reno, but I'm like, because, it's a great guy. He's so nice. He treats me so nice. And they're like, "Oh, we gotta watch out for that one." But they didn't know what they were talking about because I'd known him for a couple weeks. I knew
him. What did you know? I can see the real him.
Exactly. It was that whole mess all over again, and I was just really, I was lost in it, and I found out one day, and he told me, "Hey, we can't continue this." I'm like, "Why not?" He's like, we just can't continue it. And me, I usually don't take no for an answer. I'm like, no, you need to tell me why this is happening. You can't just say no, mysteriousness. And he said, okay, because I just went to the clinic and I got my test results back and I'm actually positive for herpes and I have been for a little while. Which was exactly my reaction to it. I'm like, for a while? What do you for what? So I do my WebMD.
That's when you go to the calendar. Yeah, you're like,
And this was like a few months into it. No, a month or two into it. I'm like, no. And I'm like, so when did you find out? He tells me the date, and I look things up. I'm like, that's not possible because that's when we were going steady. How? And I don't have it. What? Exactly. So it just happened.
Yeah.
It happened like that, and thank God, didn't work out. But although I will say that I did, before I found out all the epic tragedy of that was, I went with a different approach because this person was really, really into World of Warcraft and really into these video games. And
I remember this conversation we had verbatim. I remember verbatim this conversation.
Because I'm into video games, but I wasn't hardcore. I'm going to watch Twitch TV every single day and find out everything that's happening. And I belong to a clan.
A guild.
A guild.
It's called a guild.
Sorry, a guild. I was talking about Age of Empires. Because I'm into that one.
Right.
But that's another story.
Mm-hmm.
No, and he was really into this, and I was like, how can I get more involved in this person? How can I seem like the best person he has ever met ever? Well, and he told him, well, why don't you get involved and take an interest in activities that he likes?
I said two things.
Okay, what did you say?
I said, take an interest in things he likes. I did say that.
Uh-huh.
But I also said, don't be offended when he wants to do those things. Like, if he wants to play his game, him choosing to play his game is not the exact same thing as choosing not to spend time with you.
That's right, because I thought it was that at first. I was like, why is he? I'm here. Why was he not want to spend 24/7 with me?
Yeah, detour. In your relationship, boys and girls, if your partner has something that they really love, if there's a game they love, a sport they love, a movie they love, don't feel offended by that. And especially don't set yourself up as the opposition to that, because then you're putting yourself as like, oh, I can't do this thing I really love because I've got to spend time with them.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes from that. Nothing good comes from that. Okay? I mean, if you feel like it's truly excessive, and I mean, there are people that take things to excess.
There are.
Maybe then you negotiate where you're like, check this out. You know, Friday we turn all the electronics off. Or yes, you can go raiding tonight, but tomorrow we're going antiquing or something. You know, you work it out. You negotiate. There's a compromise. But the best antidote for this, the best antidote for feeling threatened by their interests, is developing your own interest.
Yes.
Such as a study of mysticism.
Exactly.
Or some other topic.
Or something
yes,
else.
Or something.
Yeah.
Something, yes. But you handled that one completely differently in the grand scheme. On the ground floor at the time.
Oh, yeah.
You saw it and you handled it differently.
Because, you know, I had been listening, and I recognized the pattern when it was happening before it became that critical zone of no return, and I realized, oh.
Checking the time.
Okay.
I'm eyeballing you on the camera now. There you go. Yes, we're checking the time. Sorry.
No, I was able to recognize it when it was happening. I was like, uh-oh, this is happening. Don't take it personally, because he's not choosing this over you. This is just something he was really into before you came along, and it's going to be while you're there. And it probably still is now that I'm gone. So, you know, it's going to be a part of the life. Get with it, accept it, and go with it. So I try to play with him. You know, I wasn't familiar with Warcraft. He created a character for me, and, you know, we weren't together that long, so that's probably as far as we went with it. But it was time we spent together in which he could play his video game, and in which I was there participating, and we both had fun together.
Yep.
So that was good.
It may be something like you watch the football game together, or you watch Pretty Little Liars together, or you watch Making a Murderer together, or you eat some kind of new food, or you go to some new place, or something. But just try and participate. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Try and participate. But even when the flags started to show up, you saw the flags as flags, though.
I did. I noticed. I was like, oh,
this is
bad.
I know that one.
Bad.
I know that one. You know? I know that one. Because I had the same experience. I kept manifesting the exact same types of relationships with the exact same types of people, which of course would end in the exact same way. For me, I was the knight in shining armor. I wanted to save her.
Aww.
I want to help. I just want to help.
It's helpers.
You know? I want to be there for her. Yeah. And I got run over a lot. And then once I realized what was happening, then I was able to take control of that. Because the first step in anything, well, you know, you hear the first step is admitting you have a problem, but to some degree that's true. The first step is at least recognizing the pattern. Because I'm here to tell you, if you've had the same relationship 5 times in a row.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. It's probably you.
It's probably you. Not that you aren't wonderful.
Right.
No,
right.
You're fantastic. You just might be stuck repeating some of the same behaviors that are getting you some of the same results. And if you want to change that, then you got to start doing things a little differently. And that doesn't mean like big dramatic stuff I'm just never gonna date ever. You know, I just can't trust people. I can't let anyone get close.
No.
Come on. Yeah, just have to be a little more. In this case, I do mean the word discriminating. You know, in this case,
right?
With your decision making process. Yes. So you go to Reno. Mm-hmm. In a year, you had this whole thing. That
it was all within a year.
Yeah, no, this all happened like very fast, and then you come back from Reno, and this is when you start making your transition into death.
Yes.
But we haven't even talked about the mortuary yet.
Yeah, that was another thing.
There's a mortuary, folks. There's a mortuary. He's not a poser. He lives it. Yeah. So I think this is actually a good time to split this.
That is a good time, yeah.
But because I don't want to be like, so the mortuary. Boo. Right.
Yeah.
No. But again, the book. What's the name of the book?
La Santa Muerte, Unearthing the Magic and Mysticism of Death.
Fun fact. There's actually a couple of quotes from a certain somebody.
That's right.
In the book.
That's right.
Just one or two. Yeah. You gotta read it to see where they are, though. They'll seem familiar. Because this man has excellent taste. Excellent taste in people to cite in his work.
It worked.
Worked. Celebrity endorsement. There it is. All right. So, stick around for part 2. Radio people, enjoy whatever's about to happen. Come on back, and we will get back to it. All right, here we go.